Hey, what's up? I'm True Blue Flare, and I'm back here with more of this modded Minecraft world. As I had said in the last one, I would be setting up the spell lab in this one so that I could start getting into some of the magical shit that I have in this mod selection. Um, Also, I want to say, before I start doing anything, I'm going to be setting up a Patreon, and assuming that I have it set up by the time that this goes up and everything, I'll have it linked in the description of my videos, so that you can, if you so choose, support me monetarily. Um, Making these videos is... I enjoy it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It does take a considerable amount of effort, and so you're not obligated to support me, but if you choose to do so, I would definitely appreciate it. So anyway, I did do a bunch of setup between videos since the last video. I got a bunch of the special wood that you need to set this up, to set up the stuff that I was gonna do. Um, it has a bunch of different variants, so it's called Archwood. If I look it up over here, you have flashing, cascading, vexing, flourishing, and blazing. I got all of them except for the flourishing variant. I couldn't find one of those anywhere. I also did have to reset my map data because some shit happened. A bunch of shit got fucked after Create updated. So a few things work differently now. A few things look different. Um, but it's caused a lot of crashes with a lot of the mods that integrate with Create. And because of that, a bunch of shit like crashed, got corrupted, and so I had to fix that. And one of the things that got hit the hardest was my map data. It got to the point where if I were to try to pull it up or open the mini map even, it would crash the game. And so I had to reset that so that it's not doing that anymore. Uh, Most notably of the changes with Create's update is that um, water wheels got overhauled like completely. They're no longer directional, and having water flow across multiple sides no longer makes them spin harder or faster. So, because of that, both of my machines that rely on water wheels are slower now. This has been going great. I did set up my claimed and force loaded chunks again, so that's going great. This was mostly unchanged, though they did also change the way that pumps work so that the rotation of direction doesn't, or the direction of rotation doesn't affect the direction that it flows anymore. Which is overall a positive change because you could flip it which way affected which anyway. But it kind of, when that updated, it got stuck pumping down rather than pumping up, so I did have to flip it around. But anyway, that is completely fine. Anyway, with all that sorted out, all that's been explained, sorted out, all that, everything is fine. So that being said, I'm gonna probably add another floor onto this atrocity of a base. It really doesn't look great, but hey, it's what I have. But I'm probably gonna add another floor to put all the magical shit in. For that, I would also need more torches to light it up in the middle of it. But I don't think I have much coal or charcoal on hand. I have a little bit of coal in my furnaces, and I can drop like a stack of wood in each of them. Just to get that going, well, you know. I also would like to say first that I am planning on revamping this atrocity of a base at some point in the immediate future. Before I continue, I want to actually look at how this has been going. Because there was a time when... I don't know how there's an odd number at the end. It should only be going in intervals of 16. But anyway, there was a time when it wasn't force loaded because of how fucked my map ended up getting. But hey, it's still really good. It's still been going great. Just gonna, like, just to get that back at an interval of 16. This should only ever be going, unless this one's filter, or one of these filters. Yeah, no, that still is up to exactly, or up to 16, or exactly 16. Yeah, it should only go in intervals of exactly 16. I do also like how they changed this. So instead of scrolling on it, it's like its own little menu looking thing. But anyway, yeah. So what I'm gonna need is, first of all, this, or not that. This I'm gonna need. It should be, or the enchantment. I don't remember what all of the different things that I need are called. The enchanting apparatus, definitely. The arcane core is one of them. The arcane pedestals. I cannot remember what this is called, but imbuement. Gonna need an imbuement chamber as well. That's all the essentials sorted out. So I probably am also going to want... may also want a ritual brazier, so that could be nice to have. Though... I'm actually not positive why I would want that in this situation. I know that there's some rituals that are, like, great, and, that's awesome, you know? A spellbook as well. So one of these. So I do have leather, and I have access to paper. So that shouldn't be that hard to get. At least I think I have leather. Yes, I do have leather. And then, aside from that, it just sticks and iron in terms of base material. In fact, I'm actually going to get that first. So I'm going to see how fast this goes now that it's been slowed down by water wheels being nerfed. Yeesh, that's pretty fucking slow. This, it doesn't really matter, because that's just to make it rotate, and it doesn't matter how fast it's rotating. And this doesn't use a water wheel. And this wasn't changed. Actually, in fact, they provided an in-game list of what was recently changed. I can just go over here, Ponder Index, there's this for recent changes. Water wheels changed, large water wheel was added, so that's cool. Valves were changed, elevator pulley was added, contraption controls were added, mechanical roller was added, that was changed up a little bit. I don't remember if that was changed, or if that had its name changed, or if it was added. That was changed up a little bit. They added a netherite back tank, and then they added these, which are used for decoration. There we go. Spellbook. This is more or less useless right now. All I can really do is projectile break or projectile harm, or touch, self, break, harm, etc. It can't really do much until I start unlocking more glyphs. And for that, I need the Scribe's Table, which is any Archwood log, 3 Archwood slabs, and 4 sticks. And that is set up, that's done. So what this does is, I believe I set it like that, is I click on it with the spellbook and it opens a list of glyphs. And I can select any of them, and then if I have, and then I throw the materials onto the table, and it'll then create that glyph. I right click on it and that unlocks it. So that's cool. So I have that set up. And I don't need that bookmarked anymore, or that bookmarked. Imbuement chamber, that's also an important one. 6 Archwood and then 2 gold, that's easy to set up. So this, I technically don't actually need to power this with anything. It'll go faster if I have a source of magical shit nearby. I can't remember the terms. It's been a while since I've used this mod. I believe it just is called source. But anyway. So I'm going to set that down somewhere. Right here for now works. No, I don't need that anymore. An arcane core and an enchanting apparatus. Those, you put the apparatus on the core. And that is a bit more. So, source gems. You just put lapis or amethyst into the imbuement chamber, and it makes source gems. I'm gonna smelt up a stack of stone real quick, so that I can actually make the arcane stone. And this is this. If I had a source generator next to it, which I can actually... the spellbook is actually useful. You can pull up the documentation from within it. But source. So you have source links that make source as like the fucking brain. I am tired. They make source based on their conditions, and then they use source relays to move it around from the source link to jars, and then if you have a jar with source in it nearby, then this will draw from that to do stuff. I'm not making much sense. It'll do it faster if you have source nearby. Is what I was trying to convey. But anyway, enchanting apparatus and this, they both need more stuff. There is a thing with Ars Nouveau being very, very overpowered. And once you get it set up and everything, you don't really need much of anything else. It kind of overrides all your tools and everything, has it all in the fucking spellbook. Which is why I'm gonna avoid using it for everything, because you definitely can, but that would kind of take away from a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, stone's done being smelted, I can make the arcane stone now. And I did make a considerable amount of it because, well, you need a considerable amount of arcane stone. I'm gonna wait until I can get the full stack up and done. Though I could speed it up with a volcanic source link, which this is decent. So I could definitely set up one of these, and it generates source by you dropping stuff on it, by you dropping burnable material on it. So just a source furnace. Or not a source furnace, it's like you burn materials to get source. I could definitely get one of those set up, put a jar like right next to it, have it output straight from the link into the jar, and then into the imbuement chamber. It's not that hard to make either. Alright, then stack of arcane stone has been set up. So now I can, actually I believe it's like this, get the arcane core, which I'm going to set up here. I can't really have it centered, which is annoying, but I can have it just in here. And have it... Yeah, that's a good enough spot. And then enchanting apparatus. I don't need this anymore. Iron, arcane stone, and diamond. I have the iron, and I have this, and then diamond. So now that is an enchanting apparatus thing set up. To make it work, I actually do need arcane pedestals, and have it, you know, I have to have the required things on it around the pedestals, or around it on the pedestals. Why was that so hard to say? Enchanting apparatus. I can hit U on it, and just to look at the recipes, you know, But you have the item in the center on the enchanting apparatus itself, and then the rest of it on pedestals surrounding it. I believe you never need more than 8 pedestals. But you know. Speaking of pedestals, I do have a whole bunch of arcane stone, but I feel like I might need more. Actually, no, I don't think I need more. Maybe, actually, because, documentation. I have machines, so there's potion jar, potion melter, ritual brazier. I can make a couple of ritual braziers. Actually, they're very expensive. Because I would want one for actual rituals that I might want to do in the future. And then another one for, a thing that I would get into later. Anyway, I'm gonna go back down and get more lapis so I can make more source gems, because that is a massive thing that would be needed. Ooh, actually, I found an amethyst geode. And that, can be... Amethyst can be used to make the source gems instead. It looks like, because it's like it's within my base's chunks. It's probably been loaded this entire time, and so has just all of these amethysts just already grown. So that is really cool. So I'm not going to have to use the lapis for source gems anymore. Like, I already have over a stack and a half. Given how many source gems I've been needing, I may just set up a... I might be a little bit lost, but I may just set up a volcanic source link with a jar connected to it, just to speed up that. Yeah, I'm gonna start using these instead. Though, now that that is a thing, I'm gonna actually look at, or bookmark the jar recipe and the volcanic metallic mycelial. Where's volcanic? Volcanic source link recipes. So that I can, you know, get a jar, and it's any glass. I don't know if I actually have glass, but I can get glass easily. At some point in the near future, I'm gonna have to set up a fucking generator so that I can get the refined storage stuff up and running. And hey, I get to keep the bucket and everything. And then jar. It's a bunch of slabs, and then glass. I don't think I have glass laying around anywhere. Oh, I actually do. I actually have a considerably large amount of glass laying around everywhere. And that is very nice. And there we go, source jars. I am definitely going to need more, fucking setups like this in the future. But anyway, now I can set, like, drop, say, 8 of this, because source logs are the best source. Oh wait, no, I meant to control drop. And now that's going much, much, much faster. Well, you see, that's already at 70, 80, 82% done. I'm gonna drop like 20. This entire base is just like very gray for the time being. At least until I have better materials to build with. If I recall correctly, blazing archwood actually is even more efficient than standard archwood. I'm just gonna let this fill up by a considerable margin. Because, like, I don't need much, just straight up archwood right now, so I'm just gonna drop that, let it burn. Let it fill up the jar, you know? Because I now have the material I need to make the 2 ritual braziers that I wanted. And then the rest of this can just become pedestals. I'll put them like here and here, I suppose. Because... And this is a weird one. Familiars, bookworm. Perform a ritual of binding near a bookworm. And then you summon those, I believe, in automation. No. Bookworm charm, yes. Use a bookworm charm on a lectern. Okay, no, I just needed a lectern then. So having two of those is fucking pointless. What the fuck? That, like, legitimately made me flinch. I had my recording paused for a while, and I forgot that I did. In that time, I got these arcane pedestals up. I can't remember if I did this before or after, and I got these up. That's pretty much it. I also made this, and I definitely know I made this with that, which consisted of just putting iron ingots, source gems, book on the enchanting apparatus and its pedestals, and then I got this. And then I went to make, a lectern or something. And there we go. Lectern has been acquired. I'm gonna put this right here. And then it should be... no? Because I was trying to get a bookworm up. Bookworm using spell. Use a bookworm charm on a lectern. Yeah. Did I... Oh, I guess I have to sneak right click on it. Weird. It didn't say that in the fucking book. But whatever. And there, now I have one of these. And I'm gonna want to dye him because that's cool. If I have, a dye on hand. Otherwise I can just keep him as is. But if I have bone meal on hand, I could dye him white and then he'd look cool. But no. Now I need to do a ritual of binding tablet. And I cannot remember how to get this. Tablet of binding. Vexing archwood? Fuck, I actually do need more archwood. Blank parchment, which is mage bloom fiber. That's actually pretty complicated. I've been playing off camera a very hard mod pack that I've set up for myself in terms of PvE combat. So just like standard PvE is like very pathetic. Anyway, I guess I need more Vexing Archwood. I also do want to say real quick that I did, between this video and the last, change some configs to make the Biomes of Plenty biomes a lot rarer. The reasoning for this is because when I was out looking for dragons, it's like there was too much in the way of their spawning in the Biomes of Plenty biomes. Like, they did spawn there, but it was like they were very much rarer than they should be with how I have the mod configured. So I made Biomes of Plenty mods, or Biomes of Plenty biomes rarer than vanilla biomes, so that whenever I am going out to go and, you know, actually kill dragons in the future, I'll have an easier time finding them. Can't wait until I have better methods of transportation, but anyway, Archwood here has been located and acquired. Not small tunnel, shapeless. There we go. Anyway, there we are. I also am gonna need some of this, which is gonna be fucking annoying to get, but whatever. Unless I have bone meal. I don't think I do, though. If I could get bone meal, that'd be great. But anyway, given that I don't, I am still gonna need that. Because this needs mage bloom fiber, which means that I need mage bloom plants. And then Ender Pearl and more Source Gems. Through this night, hunt skeletons, get bones, get bone meal, so I'm going to pause my recording, do that. Anyway, I didn't do the whole night because I don't have the patience for that shit right now. I did get a couple skeletons and got some bones. I'm going to run them through the millstone of my, sweet roll farm. I also did kill a couple of endermen, but only one of them dropped a thing. But anyway, I'm going to run them through the millstone of my sugarcane farm and hopefully have enough, for enough bone meal for what I need. 7 bone meal, that's not the best rate. Anyway, some bone meal is better than no bone meal. And it'll hopefully be enough for what I want to do with it. There, dirt. And then just put that next to some water, till it. And then I'll be able to... Oh, wait, also, because I don't have it paused this time, fortunately, I can show what the enchanting apparatus looks like when it does its thing. Oh, wait, no, I have to actually put the other stuff in first. So you put the materials, the outer materials on there, and then you put a material in there, and then it does this cool, colorful thing, and it spins around a bunch, and then it makes what you need. So, anyway, I've been recording for just over an hour, but fortunately, I'm almost done with what I'm doing, because I usually don't like going over an hour. And I believe this can till? Yep. Yeah, that's definitely enough, and then I can use the remaining bone meal to make white dye. And I'm gonna dye this guy white, because you can dye them, and I think it looks neat. But anyway, this is what you use to make trinkets pouches, mage robes, mage bloom beds, and then you can upgrade it to make better mage robes, and then blank parchment, which is what I want, and runic chalk, which I don't actually. I've never actually used runic chalk for anything in this. And then I can do this to make blank parchment, and then what else do I need? I have pretty much everything else I need. Cool. And now I can craft that. And there we go. Tablet of Binding. And what I want to do is pop it down on this ritual brazier next to the bookworm. Didn't mean to place a torch on there. And then I get the bound script for bookworm, and then I use it. And from here in my spell book, I can summon a tamed bookworm, which is really cool. Or not a tamed bookworm, but a familiar. The different familiars in this mod have different effects, and the bookworm's effect is if you use attacking spells, either they deal more damage or their mana cost is decreased or whatever. But anyway, that is the last thing I wanted to do in this video, because now I have my little book dragon thing. It's really cool. And also, yeah, I still have the bookworm lectern here, which is neat. But anyway, I'm gonna get a good screenshot for this. I believe it was F4, it's been a while. There we go. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you ended up liking it, leave a like. If you like my content in general, subscribe. And to make the judgment of whether you like my content in general, I'd advise that you check out some of my other videos. If you have anything to say at all, then comments are always appreciated. I have my Twitch, my Discord, and if I have it set up by the time this goes up, my Patreon linked in the description of all my videos. And all of those are relatively self-explanatory. With all that out of the way, that is the end of this video. Bye.